Start na. Good day, sir. Good day, classmates. So we are the group 7 that we will discuss about designing and evaluating portfolio assessment in the classroom. Chapter 8. And this is the group 7 that having for today. First, Castro Hannah Giselle, Eranjo Crisel Joy, Barcelos George, Mustasa Patricia Angela, Reyes Myra Rizal, and last, Dr. Julian.
So, what is portfolio? A portfolio is a systematic collection of one work,
And it is a primary way professional display their work. So portfolio in this in dictionary meaning it is a flat case of carrying documents or drawings. It is a set of drawings, paintings, or photography that are presented together in the folder. Next. Nature of portfolio assessment. Portfolio assessment. Pur- Purposeful organized collection of student work that can be used to describe effort, progress, or achievement. So dito naman, the idea of academic portfolio is drawn from artistic or writer's portfolio. So ito ay nagpo-provide sa student to show kung ano yung ginagawa nila. They are considered to be based on the real world. Um, Student performance production are compiled in an effort to show accomplishment or improve over time. So dito naman, both teacher and student have continuous access to its content, but the student so much more centered than other form of assessment. Because students reflect proven student with opportunity to think about how they think. Kasi diba, kanya-kanya tayo ng perception. And there are steps for developing portfolio assessment. Um, Wait. Step of developing portfolio assessment. So, this is the first I'm gonna discuss, and the following we're gonna report as the group make. First is identify overall purpose and focus. Next. The design and use of portfolio begin with the clear description of your purpose and focus. The question is, why do I want portfolio? What are my target and curriculum goals we deserve? So, um, is mas mapakita or mas ma-highlight natin kung ano ba ang purpose at focus ng portfolio. With this, you can really speak out and identify what you want your student to create portfolio. Next.
And this is the example of questioning and how to make portfolio is. Next.
And also, this picture indicate that according to John and Johnson, sorry po, hindi po nalagay, portfolio gives students opportunity to direct their own learning to determine the student's level of achievement. Reading skills performance. So, dito naman mapasok sa reading skills performance yung goals, sample classroom activities, portfolio evidence, and assessment tool. So, dito naman,
Sa goal, naka-indicate dito yung decode. Next, be. Decode and understanding simple text, appreciate literature, and reading for pleasure, use simple information. Pabalik. Sa simple classroom naman, activity, naka-indicate naman dito yung read simple text. Next slide ka.
Read family story or practice scanning ads, TVs, yan, mga yan. Then next, semi-assessment reading activities. Independent reading andyan naka-indicate. Next naman, sustained sight reading in Class as well as home. Work with glossary table content, dictionary, and search. Pabalik. Sa portfolio naman,
pabalik be. Sa portfolio evidence naman, dito naman naka-indicate yung word bank, yan, na list of word mastered selected text. So, hindi ko na next naman is assessment tool. So, individual progress report, yan, yung mga naka-include yan. So, based dyan sa picture na yan, both portfolio can be used to understand how students think, reason, organize, and investigate, and communicate. Next, Beth. Next. Next po. Portfolio. A portfolio can be used to communicate student effort, progress toward accomplishing learning goals, and accomplishment. So, dito naman, sa portfolio, ginagamit siya para mas ma-evaluate or mas ma-improve yung curriculum and instruction. So, next naman, identify the physical structure, discuss Patricia Mustasa.
No. Si George pa.
I'm so sorry, George po pala.
George, ikaw na, George.
Identify the physical structure. Next slide. Once the purpose and target had been clarified, we need to think of the physical structure of the portfolio. Some practical questions affect the successful use of portfolio in your classroom. For example, next. What will look like? Ano nga ba dapat itsura ng isang portfolio? Where will the student place the output? Ano bang magandang appropriate na gamiting tools para malagay yung mga output? What type of container is appropriate? Anong mga magandang lagayan? For example, cabinet, karton. Do they need folders, clear book, plastic bins? Ang pinaka the best para sa akin sa portfolio is clear book kasi makikita mo siya at maayos ng ano, tawag na ng clear. Kasi clear book eh. How are the materials be organized? Categorically, alphabetically, by subject area, or in other ways? Paano nga ba siya? It's either alphabetically, kung kunwari, science, syempre, ang pattern nun, alphabetically. From biology to zoology. Where can students store the portfolios for easy access? pinaka-the best siya sa cabinet. Next. If the student cannot manage and access their materials effectively, they will become discouraged. You may need your original intention based on the answer to practical consideration. Choices of product and work output influence students on what to include in their profile. Sabi dito, pag hindi ma-manage at ma-access ng mga estudyante yung portfolio, mahirapan sila at mawala ng pag-asa. Kailangan mo ng maayos na practical consideration. Next.
Okay. So, one of the steps for developing portfolio assessment is to determine the appropriate organization and source of content. So, first, what is appropriate organization? So, appropriate organization means any organization that has demonstrated or demonstrating. So, or appropriate means naaangkop, o in other term, proper or applicable. So, source of content naman, ito yung, or to create a content, ito yung mga nilalaman ng portfolio. So, yan. So, the content of the portfolio consists of entries, student product, and activity record. So, student product, ito yung are anything produced by the student in terms of learning. Halimbawa ng mga journal, mga written assignment, mga drawings, artworks, yan yung kinakaloob ng student products. Activity record naman, ito yung mga syempre na-record na-checka na ng isang teachers. Yan yung mga dapat nilalaman ng isang portfolio. So, these naturally are artifacts which are derived from the different learning activities. So, dito naman, sa paggawa naman ng portfolio, hindi lang output. So, may iba't iba ring content na pwedeng ilagay sa isang portfolio. Depende sa subject matter na ibibigay ng isang teacher. So, dito pumapasok yung portfolio of subject area. So, meron tayong language of arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. So, sa language of arts, dito yung mga favorite ko, mga sinulat nating tula, mga create nating mga songs, yan. Dito yan, yan yung mga nilalaman pag language of arts. Sa mathematics naman, yun, mga solution to an open-ended question, mga problem solvings, mga formula, mga computations, yan yung mga nilalaman pag mathematics yung portfolio. Next naman, addition, pag mathematics yan, dito pumapasok yung mga graph shapes or mga 3D or 2D shapes, mga geometric shapes, yan. Sa science naman, prediction based on prior experience, so mga experiment, di ba? Di ba, nung mga elementary tayo, nag-experiment tayo. Mga data tables, concept maps, and drawing to scale. Sa social study naman, yung mga literature, dito pumapasok yung mga literature. Mga presenting of the view of society, written descriptors of different culture and institutional profession. So, select the organizational entries of portfolio that will allow the student to meet the purpose of a portfolio. So, you should select as a teacher what student put in the portfolio. So, dito pumapasok yung criteria ng isang teacher. Ano nga ba, para saan nga ba yung criteria? Para sundan, 'di ba? Para sundan ng estudyante, para ma-input nila yung mga dapat at hindi dapat ilagay sa portfolio. So, the criteria for selecting or assessing the portfolio content must be clear at the teacher or at the student. So, if the criteria are not clear at the beginning, the tendency na may ilalagay nila yung mga dapat hindi ilagay. So, dapat sa paggawa nga talaga ng portfolio, kailangan muna nating intindihin yung criteria na ibinigay ng teacher para malagay natin yung dapat o yung mga essential na dapat ilagay sa portfolio. So, select output-oriented task. So if your target is to show a performance task, you select output-oriented task. So first, what is output-oriented task? So ito siya, ang output-oriented task, focus siya sa mga performance ng bata or actual task ng isang bata. So, gaya ng mga oral report, mga role play, debate, ayan, mga reciting poem. So, dito naman, include summary of that process of the report as a part of a portfolio. So, kung gagawa tayo ng halimbawa nga ng oral report, paano nga ba natin mailalagay sa portfolio yung ginawa nating oral report? So, gagawa tayo ng summary. Gagawa tayo ng summary na pwede nang ilagay sa isang portfolio na gawin ng isang student. So, allow the variation to the student can show individual work. So, dito malalaman yung kung halimbawa magaling ba yung isang student sa paggawa sa design ng isang bata. So, another step for developing portfolio assessment is to determine the student reflection guidelines. So first, what is the student reflection? It is a process where the students describe their learnings. So how it changed and how it might related to the future experience. Or reflection is the key portion of the portfolio. Reflection. So, before implementing or before assessing the portfolio assessment plan, first is establish the guidelines to help the student reflect along the way. So develop the ownership of the process. So student will create a greater ownership of the student. So first, ownership in the student means that learner is motivated, engaged, ano pa ba? Self-directed, yan. Kung ibig sabihin diba ng ownership, pagmamay-ari mo, kumbaga kaya mong ipaliwanag yung portfolio na inalagay mo kasi pamamay-ari mo yun. Kaya may sariling idea mo kung ano yung kinakaloob ng portfolio na meron ka. Have experience collaborative with as a teacher. So yan, ito yung mga katanungan na makakatulong sa atin para magawa natin ng maayos o mailagay natin ng maayos yung mga dapat ilagay sa portfolio.
(1.5) Identify and evaluate scoring criteria. Scoring criteria describe the quality of evidence at different levels of achievement for each performance indicator. Scoring criteria, ito yung mga dapat sundin ng mga estudyante sa pagpasa ng portfolio. Dahil nakalagay dito kung ano-ano ang mga levels na dapat nilang ma-achieve para magkaroon ng mataas na puntos sa portfolio. Next po. May 4 na kategorya ang criteria na pwede pang evaluate sa gawa ng mga estudyante. Nakadepende ito sa gusto ng guro na ma-achieve o kung anong target standard niya o kung anong gusto niyang kalabasan ng gawa ng estudyante. The 4 criterion types focus on evaluating content, process, quality, and impact. Content criteria are used to evaluate the degree of a student's knowledge and understanding of facts, concepts, and principles. Ito yung nilalaman ng portfolio. Ito yung mga gawa ng bata base sa mga naituro ng guro sa kanyang mga estudyante. Process criteria are used to evaluate the proficiency level of performance of skill or process as well as effectiveness of the methods and procedures used in a task. Ito naman yung mga gawa na ng bata na dapat ma-evaluate based sa target standard ng teacher na gusto nitong ma-achieve. Quality criteria are used to evaluate the overall quality and craftsmanship of a product of performance. Ito, ito naman yung yung pag-evaluate sa quality ng gawa ng bata. Kung pasok ba sa ratings na ginawa mo bilang guro yung gawa niya, o nasunod ba ng bata yung pinakamataas na ratings para makakuha ng mataas na puntos. Impact criteria are used to evaluate the overall results or effects of a product or performance given its purpose and audience. Ito naman ay yung overall na pag-evaluate hindi lang sa gawa ng bata na task, kundi pati kung paano niya nilagyan ng design yung portfolio niya, kung paano niya pinaganda at inayos ang gawa niya. Next. So ito yung yung example. Wait. Ito yung example ng portfolio. Yung content categories, ito yung mga pinagagawa ng guro. Tapos yung to be completed by students, ito yung mga sasagutan ng estudyante. Next po. Tapos ito naman po yung tawag dito. Mga example ng ratings kung paano dapat i-evaluate yung gawa ng bata, kung paano yung scoring na dapat para maging fair sa lahat ng estudyante. Next po. Ayun, ganun din po yung dito sa communication. Thank you po.
Communicate the result of portfolio evaluation. Next. Next slide. The final step in implementing portfolio assessment is to conduct a conference with each student to review its content, the student reflections, and assessment of the individual output. Sabi dito, ang final step daw ay magkaroon ng assessment sa mga estudyante mo para i-review yung laman ng portfolio at ang reaksyon ng mga estudyante mo tungkol dito. Next. The following is a checklist for implementing and using portfolio. Are a student knowledge about what portfolio is and how it will be used? May alam ba ang mga estudyante mo kung ano ang portfolio at kung saan ito dapat gamitin? Do students know why portfolios are important? Alam ba ng estudyante mo kung gaano ka-importante ang portfolio? Are students responsible for or involved in selecting the content? Alam ba ng sino bang dapat magbigay, estudyante o ikaw? Is there a sufficient number of work samples but not too many? Gaano ba karami ang portfolios? Ang laman ng isang portfolios? Sakto lang ba o marami talaga? Is a table contents include? Kasama ba dapat bang may table of contents ito? Tingin ko, oo. Next slide. Are specific self-evaluation question provided? May kasama bang tanong tungkol sa may kasama bang self-evaluation yung tanong? Is the checklist of contents complete? Are scoring criteria for individualized teacher written comments provided? May nakalagay bang i-check ba ng teacher yung yung portfolio? Are students teacher conference included? Kasama ba yung yung pag-uusap ng estudyante at ng guro sa isang portfolio? Next slide.
Iradyo. Next po. Ate Shoko.
Next slide, please. Student evaluation. Next slide, please. One advantage of portfolio assessment is allowing the student to revisit, reflect, and evaluate their own work. This allows them to practice critiquing and conceptualizing the quality of their work based on the criteria performance. Ang advantage daw ng portfolio, mababalikan o ma-review ng bata kung saan ba siya saan makikita ng bata o malalaman ng bata kung saan siya makikita niya kung saan yung strength, yung weaknesses niya saka yung strength niya. Saka dito sa paggawa ng portfolio, malalaman din ng bata kung kung saan ba siya nagkulang o meron kasing mga bata na, 'di ba, may mga bata kasi na pagdating sa pagkuha ng card o kaya ng nagtataka sila kung bakit mababa sila. Dahil nga yung advantage nga ng portfolio, kung meron kang portfolio, makikita mo yung mga yung advantage ng portfolio. Next is, some question can be asked to facilitate students' self-reflection for individual work, which give an insight in how students have been reaching the learning target. Next slide, please. First, why did you select this piece of writing? Second, what do you learn from section? Third, can you identify your strengths and weaknesses? What problem have you encountered in doing the task? Next, which is the most satisfying experience? What are the insights after reading the poem? In this your best work, and what kind of would you like to do in the future? Next slide. Teacher evaluation. Next slide. Evaluating portfolio involves making judgment about student outputs. The teacher can use numerical score or summarizing judgment or quantitative system. Ang naman dito, sa una yung advantage ng portfolio para sa students. Dito naman sa sa teacher evaluation, ang advantage naman ng teacher sa paggamit ng portfolio, ito kasing magiging isa ano niya, parang sandata niya pagdating sa pagbibigay ng mga grade. Halimbawa, kasi mga bata ngayon masyadong demanding pagkuhaan ng grade. Merong isa, bakit ganito? Bakit ganito yung ano ko? Bakit ganito yung grade ko? Lahat naman kompleto ako, matataas ako. Yung ano na yon, portfolio, magiging sandata siya ng teacher. Magiging gamit niya to. May papakita niya sa estudyante niya, ito yung ginawa mo, ito yung kulang mo, tas dito ka mahina, ito yung mataas mo, tapos at ang kulang mo. Magiging basehan niya yon sa pagbibigay din ng grade. Kaya mahalaga talaga ang pagkakaroon ng portfolio. Next slide, please.
Okay. Let's proceed naman sa student-teacher evaluation. Next po. As mentioned in this step in developing portfolio assessment, the final step is to conduct a conference with each student to review the content, reflection, and evaluation. It be scheduled throughout the year, which provides important link between the student and teachers. Your student can be responsible for conducting the conference, and this will serve as motivating force for the learners to produce excellent portfolio in the future. Dito, need ng student at teacher ng conference meeting para pag-usapan yung portfolio na ginawa ng student. Example, yung pwede mag-virtual conference sa Zoom or Google Meet para mag-present yung portfolio, pwedeng video presentation or PowerPoint. Next po. Macmillan 2007 pointed out that students need to compare their reflection with your evaluation and make plan for subsequent work, also weaknesses and areas for improvements need to emphasize student progress and achievements as well. Dito naman need i-compare yung reflection ng student sa evaluation ng teacher. Pag-usapan dito yung weaknesses and strength ng student para ma-assess ng portfolio. For example is gagawa ng reflection paper si student at si teacher ay mag-evaluate ng portfolio niya. Titingnan dito kung may natutunan ba si student at tumutugba ba yung evaluation ni teacher sa natutunan ni student. Next. One way or another, these also provide an excellent means of communicating with parents. The works, outputs, and reflections of the student can be a short of window into what is happening with the classroom as a parent see the different aspect of the children. Experience in the school as a tripartite communication between the parents, teachers, and students. Portfolio assessments provide framework for meaningful three-way discussion of the progress, achievements, and limitations. Yung paggawa ng portfolio is nakatulong para malaman ng parents ng student kung ano yung mga natutunan at experience ng student sa classroom. Nagkakaroon ng three-way discussion among student, parents, at teacher. Example is ipapakita ng student yung portfolio niya sa parents niya para malaman ng parents yung mga natutunan niya sa classroom. Nasa compilation ng mga activity, examination, o may nag-i-improve pa sa anak ng parents. Next po. After the portfolio are complete, it's a good idea to have an exhibition of portfolio and or student lead parents teacher conference in which students present their portfolio to their parents. Dito, sinasabi na it's a good idea na magkaroon ng conference kasama yung mga parents para ma-present nila yung portfolio na ginawa nila sa parents nila. Sample dito pwede sa Google Meet kasama yung teacher at parents para maipakita ng student through video PowerPoint presentation sa parents. Next po.
Sorry.
Portfolio development checklist. Number 1 is, what purpose will your portfolio serve? Next po. What cognitive skills will be assessed by the individual entries? Number 3, what disposition do you want entries to reflect? Next. What criteria or rubrics will be used to judge the extent to which these skills positions were achieved? Number 5, in dating the portfolio as a whole, what thing will you look for? Number 6, what kind of scale you construct to rate the overall portfolio? Next. Number 7, how will you combine all your rating into a final grade? Who will be involved planning process? Number 9, what content categories are included in a portfolio? Next. Number 10, will learners have a choice over content categories? 11, who decides what sample to include in each content area? Number 12, how many sample will be included in each area? Number 13, have you specified deadlines of the entries? Next. Have you developed form to rate and summarize rating for all drafts and final product? Number 15, what are your instructions or how work to get into turn in and return? Number 16, where all the portfolio be kept and who has access to them? Next. 17, we will plan, conduct, and attend the final conference. Next. Discuss the concept of designing and evaluating portfolio assessment in the following situation. Next. Number 1, as a grade 7 teacher, Miss Isa has decided to implement a science portfolio in her class. She believed that portfolio increased student learning and encouraged students to become more reflective learners and develop skills in evaluating strengths and weaknesses of their work. She provides clear rule for the student and tells them that they need to put all their activities and examination in it. Moreover, she kept on reminding her students that they will discuss the content of the portfolio. Was the plan properly implemented and is that plan consistent with the principle of designing a portfolio? What else does she needs to improve her implementation? Um, Dito, tingin ko na-implement naman ng maayos yung plan. But after discussing the content, they should reevaluate yung content to know kung ano pa ang dapat na improve and need to present sa parents for the assessment. At bilang teacher, kailangan ng portfolio to serve as a record ng student. Kung saan dito, pwedeng itago lahat ng written activities and exam nila. Next. Next. After spending a 2 weeks workshop in utilizing portfolio assessment as an alternative tools for assessment, Patrick, together with his co-teacher, decided to use the said alternative tools with his grade 8 English class. Patrick suggests to the class that they will just be selecting on one best output for their works within a week. All simple exercise and others activities are not to be put in a portfolio. The student discuss the suggestion and readily agree on it. Every other month, students with each other to critique what was included and conduct a student-teacher conference. At the end of the school, teacher Patrick collect all portfolio, evaluate and rate them and return to his student evaluate individual grade was given to each student including feedback, evaluate how well teacher Patrick conducted his portfolio's implementation. I think kailangan lahat ng activity include para hindi narrow yung content ng portfolio. Need ilagay lahat para makita yung progress ng student as whole, not just as part of him or her, and maybe that person excel in different subject area. Sa conference naman, dapat mag-meet sila every week to critique the content of the portfolio. Because every week, nilalagay nila yung best output sa portfolio nila. Maaari din per week ang paglagay ng portfolio na kung saan pipili lang si teacher na maaring ilagay ng bata sa portfolio at the end of the school years. Kokolektahin ito ni teacher upang pagbasehan ang magiging assessment niya sa bata. Next. Number 3, obtain example of one or more student portfolio and the guidelines on how teacher plan in implementing and evaluating portfolio. Review and evaluate the portfolio work using the assessment criteria provided by the teacher. Analyze the component, the implementation of portfolio program, and its strength and limitation. As a proof, you may attach a photocopy of the cover sheet of portfolio being evaluated. You may construct graphic organizer to present your outline. Dito naman, ibabalwik natin yung portfolio ng ibang student para ma-assess natin yung content na and ma-improve yung dapat na ma-improve. And analyze the component and para makita kung pasok ba sa critic na binigay ng teacher. And that's all. Thank you.